Hey guys, Madison here. It's time for Film Friday number 29. We're almost at the big 3-0. And today I am watching The Godfather Part 2 and I am so excited. But before I get to the reaction, a couple orders of business. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for 9,000 subscribers. Actually, it's over 9,500 now. I am so excited about that, guys. I'm getting so close to 10,000, a huge milestone. And I feel like we need to celebrate 10,000 subscribers somehow when that day comes. Let me know in the comments below what you guys would like to see for a 10,000 sub celebration. Do you want a live stream, like AMA kind of thing? What do you want? Let me know in the comments, and I will take those suggestions into consideration when I'm thinking about the 10K sub celebration. I'm so excited. And I never knew if I would ever hit a milestone like that. So it's just really exciting, and I'm really humbled. You guys are amazing. Thank you to everyone who sent your well wishes for the Comic-Con this past weekend. It went very well. I met a lot of great people. Thank you so much for your patience well, I started to say taking a week off, but I really didn't. I took a week off from doing a reaction, but I was actually working at the con. I had a booth there. For those of you who are new to the channel, or maybe you haven't heard me talk about this before, I'm actually an artist. I'm a freelance artist. That's my day job. So I had a booth at the con and I was selling prints and drawings and fun stuff like that. So it was a great time, but I am happy to be back and I am so excited to react to this movie. I didn't even do a poll for it this week. I was just like, you know what? I really want to watch part 2. I enjoyed part 1 so much and I just can't wait to see the second part of the saga of the Corleone family. I want to find out what happens next. And I've also heard that this one is also a prequel, not just a sequel. So I'm really excited just to see what is part 2. I'm not even going to try to make any predictions because part 1, maybe I called a couple of things kind of by accident, but really that movie surprised me time after time, you know, with the things that were happening. I was like, whoa, my mind was blown. Usually I'm pretty good at calling things in movies, but The Godfather was really unpredictable in a lot of ways, and I loved it for that. So yeah, I'm so excited to watch part 2, and without further ado, let's do this, guys. Ooh. Everything with him this time. He is the Godfather now. They needed no introduction monologue this time. We all know. Ooh, back in Italy. 9 years old. Wow. What is happening? The disrespect. Firing on a funeral procession. Oh man. That sucks.
Vamos para añás.
No.
Zitta, Tilly! Ti si muove ammazzo!
Fermi! Ammazzatelo!
No. No wonder he turned out like he did. Right by them, and they didn't even know it. So then he had to come to America.
Vito Andolini from Corleone.
Corleone. Vito Corleone.
Tell him he has smallpox, quarantine 3 months.
3 months. It's gonna be really different being in Nevada now. Totally different setting.
Mama! Ooh, Mama!
This time it's Mama instead of Johnny!
Last week to pick you up. You
go see your children first. And then you worry about waiting online to see your brother. Like everybody else.
And also to thank that boy's family for a magnificent contribution to the state. I have here in my hand, and the check is signed by that young man's parents. Thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Michael Corleone.
Kay's a brunette now?
Now, why would I ever consider paying more than that? Because I intend to squeeze you. I don't like your kind of people. The fact is that I despise your masquerade, the dishonest way you pose yourself. Senator, we're both part of the same hypocrisy. But never think it applies to my family. So let's just say that you'll pay me because it's in your interest to pay me.
The threat there.
You can have my answer now if you like. My offer is this. Nothing. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
That senator has no idea who he's dealing with. He thinks he does, but he doesn't.
I know, Frank Pentangeli. I thought you was never coming out west, you big bum.
One by one, our old friends are gone. Hyman Roth is the only one left because he always made money for his partners.
I can't believe out of 30 professionals.
Hyman Roth.
The ink on your divorce isn't dry yet and you're getting married? You see your children on weekends?
Because I need money.
Well.
Marry this man. You'll disappoint me.
Listen to your brother. I mean, he literally had her last husband killed, so, I mean, he didn't do it for her. He did it for Sonny, but she had a chance to get a fresh start, and, I mean, this is how she's behaving. I'm disappointed in her.
It means we should all live happily for 100 years. The family. It would be true if my father were alive. Honey.
So that's who he married. Oh man.
You're sitting high up in the Sierra Mountains and you're drinking, what's he drinking? Champagne cocktail. And you're passing judgment on how I run my family. Your father did business with Hyman Roth. Your father respected Hyman Roth. But your father never trusted Hyman Roth.
So is Hyman Roth gonna end up being the main antagonist here? The supposed ally who's going to do some backstabbing?
In 5 years, the Corleone family will be completely legitimate. That was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm trying, Doc.
Are you? Are you though? So many threads already set up for conflict. It's all gonna come to a head. Holy crap, that just came out of nowhere. Nothing does that to me like The Godfather.
Keep them alive.
We'll try. Rocco! Alive! Stay by the door.
Yeah, he's pissed. I mean, they went right for him. And his wife too, so.
Tom, you're my brother.
Always wanted to be thought of as a brother by you. Mikey, real brother.
I love Tom, I really do.
You're gonna take over.
You're gonna be the dad. I'm gonna leave here tonight.
Where is he going? Is he going to Miami?
Right, bitches! Right out my window! I want to get out of here! They're like this!
There's two of them. Looks like they were hired out of New York. I don't recognize them. We won't get anything out of them now.
Throat's cut.
I didn't know the people who gave them to me.
They were friends.
I could help you.
Someday.
Is that baby Sonny?
Aspettami.
Oh, scusa. Sono Fenucci.
Venti.
Vedi, ma guardate. Vito, come on.
Fenucci appartiene alla maniera e tutto il vicinanza lo pagano, ci sono soldi. Pure me pare dalla corseria.
Italiano, eh?
Siciliano cornuto.
Black Hand, so like 5 families?
Contento tu, contenti tutti.
Dai, cazzo, scrivi un poco di righe.
Man, De Niro is really nailing the voice so far.
La settimana che viene, vengo e mu picchio. All'est!
Oh boy.
Se piano i soldi e ora volevo il doppio del tuo vicinanza. Tu lo temi padre, che te ne pare chi sia. Vedo sono amico.
E você ci aveva dato il travaglio me. E você è stato sempre buono con me da quando ero picciriccio.
It's starting so much like a hero's origin story, but we know how things turn out. It's really fascinating.
Vorresti giocare a rencia? Come ne butti le cose tue, a me non mi interessa.
You didn't answer the question. Is Clemenza the guy who kept killing people in the first one? I'm pretty sure. It's hard for me to remember everybody's names, but I'm pretty sure. The guy who would always strangle people. I say always, I think he only did it once. Vito's like, I didn't sign up for this. Yeah, my friend Clemenza said, aka the guy I'm actually robbing, who is definitely not my friend. It certainly looks like it could be Miami.
It's all right. Come on. Hyman's in there. I was just making some lunch. Would you like a tuna sandwich?
No, thank you.
I loved baseball ever since Arnold Rothstein fixed the World Series in 1919. I heard you had some trouble.
Frank Pantangeli came to my home, and he asked my permission to get rid of the Rosado brothers. When I refused, he tried to have me killed.
Hyman, you're gonna break my eardrum. Hey, enjoy it.
Oh, it's Christmas again. Always at Christmas.
I wish you would have let me know you were coming. I could have prepared something for you.
I didn't want you to know I was coming. You heard what happened in my home?
Mike, I almost died myself, but it was also relief.
In my home! Settle these troubles with the Rosado brothers.
Mike, I don't understand.
It was Hyman Roth that tried to have me killed. My father taught me many things here. He taught me, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. I want them completely relaxed and confident in our friendship. Then I'll be able to find out who the traitor in my family was.
Fredo, this is Johnny. Johnny Ola, we need some
more help.
Johnny.
Will he come along?
I don't know anything. You got me in deep enough already.
Just go along. Everything will be all right, Fredo. Angeli says he's willing to make the deal. Your brother's not gonna find out we talked.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you telling me Fredo is the traitor? Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I got nobody here.
Yeah, he was my least favorite anyway.
That's okay.
Michael Corleone says hello.
Hey, Rich, it's dark in here. Are you open or closed?
Hey, I just come in to clean up a little, you know?
What's the matter? Is that something on the floor?
You're not Anthony!
Oh, Michael is such a good liar. See, like, I got confused for a second. I'm like, okay, so he was working with Roth, right? And then he talked to Frankie, and I was like, which one is he telling the truth to? I think so he was just wanting them to think that he killed Frankie, right? Wanting Roth to think that he killed Frankie so that Roth thinks he's in the clear, right? He wants Roth to think that he thinks Frankie was the traitor, but it was actually Fredo, right? I think I'm following.
I'll fix it.
That ain't good.
And I know that I could not have hurt that girl.
It'll be as though she never existed. All that's left is our friendship.
Did Michael's people kill her? Or did someone else kill her and they're just taking advantage of the opportunity?
Sorry, Mrs.
Am I a prisoner? Is that it?
It's not the way we look at it, Kay.
All right. Come on, kids. We're going back to the house.
Most respected gentlemen,
Muy respetados caballeros,
allow me to welcome you to the city of Havana.
permítame darles la bienvenida a la ciudad de La
Havana? Cuba?
Stanno facendo la pulizia.
I turn over all my interest in the Havana operation to his control.
I wouldn't want it to get around that you held back the money because you had second thoughts about the rebels.
Just one small step, looking for a man that wants to be president of the United States and having the cash to make it possible.
Anybody I know in Havana?
I don't know. Hyman Roth? Johnny Ola?
No. Kind of nervous from the trip. Can I get a drink or something?
Oh, that's why you're nervous?
How do you say banana daiquiri?
Banana daiquiri.
That's it.
Uno banana daiquiri.
I think Michael knows. At the very least, he suspects. He has that look he gives people.
Can I trust you with something?
Of course, Mike.
Before I reach my hotel, I'll be assassinated.
It was Roth who tried to kill me in my home. It was Roth all along. You just go along as though you know nothing. I've already made my move.
Is he testing Fredo to see if he tells anyone?
As much as anyone, I loved her and trusted her. Someone put a bullet through his eye. No one knows who gave the order. I didn't ask who gave the order, because it had nothing to do with business.
Does he suspect that Michael gave that order? That voice was so much deeper than I was expecting.
Con gusto, you got it.
Johnny, you don't know my brother Fredo, do you, Johnny? Johnny Ola, Fred.
We never met. Johnny Ola.
To a night in Havana. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
This is going to be an interesting evening.
Old man Roth had never come here, but old Johnny knows these places like the back of his hand.
Is he not feeling good? Or was he thinking my plan is not going to work? Uh-oh. Is Johnny's gonna die now? Got him. Can't get to him yet. I need to know this man's name. Michael's Luca Brazzi. If they said it, I missed it. Oh no. Oh no. And just like Luca, gone way too soon.
I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart. You broke my heart.
Roth is probably gonna know now, if he knows that's Michael's man, that Michael tried to have him killed.
Come with me. It's the only way out of here tonight. Roth is dead. Fredo.
He's not, though.
Fredo, come with me.
Just forget him, man. Just get out of there. Well, that was crazy.
I took care of it.
What was it, so I'll know?
Well, it was a little car with an electric motor that they can ride in. It's nice. Roth got out in a private boat. He's in the hospital in Miami. Had a stroke, but he recovered okay. Your bodyguard's dead.
I know he's scared. Tell him everything's all right. Tell him I know Roth misled him, but he didn't know they were going to try to kill me. What? Come on, what?
Kay had a miscarriage. She lost the baby.
Shoot.
Now, can't you give me a straight answer anymore? Was it a boy?
I really don't know.
Cento scudi. E proprio giro 11 del no. Capisci, paesano?
This guy's got some nerve, doesn't he?
Capisci, paesano?
He talks a lot. Vito's gonna get you, son.
Ah sì, ma io è solo, noi ci siamo tre. E io è armato e noi ci siamo armati. Quindi a Taro, un 5 strade e un girone non niente a Fanucci.
Sì, di un pagano niente a Fanucci.
E vi garantisco che io si bene so che ci rogno io.
I'll make him an offer he can't refuse.
Ma solo ricordatevi che vi feci un piacere.
This is where the favors begin.
He's gonna die. I'm making an offer, you don't refuse.
Yep.
What?
Tutto io ti voglio con buona moneta. Tu ti facesti a conoscere.
So is this how he gets in with the mafia? Assassin's Creed vibes right now. Yeah, sure.
Dove fai?
Right through the heart. Wow. That was unnecessary, but okay. That was pretty epic, not gonna lie. I've been waiting for that guy to get what was coming to him. Oh man. Professional assassin status right there. Avoided all detection. Didn't have to run from any guards. Bonus points for disappearing into the crowd afterwards. Has the power in his hands to finally go after those guys, the kind of man that destroyed his family. I love those windows. I love all of the sets in these movies. They are so well constructed, engineered for the camera angles. I mean, everything in these movies is just so gorgeous. You know, he was criticizing Connie for only being with her kids on the weekends, but how long has he been away? Seems like it's been a while. Wasn't even there for Christmas. Too busy trying to kill people. Where is everybody? Where's his son and Kay? That's it? He's not going to say, honey, I'm home? Nothing?
The family had a lot of buffers.
Mr. Chichi, you may find this very amusing, but I promise you the members of this committee do not.
La famiglia. Me che di veduta.
Ma tua famiglia, non tu puoi chiamare. Non tu.
I always loved going to the marketplace.
Mia meschina, una è venuto, una è esordio, nessuno sto vicinando.
Già l'affettai a casa.
When she hadn't even moved out yet.
Ci sono 6 mesi d'anticipo, ma non ci decise niente a te, è una cristiana orgogliosa. Ma c'è tuo cane a prestare, eh?
Sto cazzo! Sto cazzo sì, che stanno a casa, me lo ordina a mia mano di comando. Oh!
Io tu sanno dire come io saccio favore.
Sta bene lì. Da che
That is true. He is quite the character.
Come ne capiamo male? Ma no, come ne capiamo male? Ma come? La signora Colombo può stare in ta casa. 10 ce ne levo, Don Vito.
10. Grazie, grazie. Ci posso offrire qualche cosa?
La bucante, scialamo, pure a me mi piace stare con voi, sapete? Perché lo capisco che voi siete un amico vero con me, ma io stavolta proprio...
He has stated that you are head of the most powerful mafia family in this country. Are you?
No, I'm not.
And with him a man named Virgil Salozzo. You deny this?
Yes, I do. I challenge this committee to produce any witness or evidence against me.
I remind you that you're still under subpoena, Mr. Corrigan. Right, adjourned.
Oh boy.
Roth. He engineered it, Michael. Frankie went to make a deal with the Rosado brothers, and they tried to kill him.
I was kept pretty much in the dark. I didn't know all that much.
But you knew something.
I swear to God, I didn't know it was going to be a hit. Johnny Ola bumped into me. You're my kid brother, and you take care of me? Did you ever think about that? Huh? Did you ever once think about that? Like dumb, I'm smart, and I want respect.
You're nothing to me now. You're not a brother. You're not a friend. When you see our mother,
I want to know a day in advance, so I won't be there. You understand?
Ooh.
I don't want anything to happen to him while my mother's alive.
Just while your mother's alive. Ooh, Michael can be cold. I mean, I don't blame him for being mad at Fredo after what he did, but yeah, he's just completely disowning him. Granted, the guy kind of is a liability, so I understand from a mafia boss point of view.
I never knew no Godfather. I got my own family, Senator.
We have a sworn affidavit. We have it.
Are you saying he knows nothing about these matters?
To my knowledge, nothing. I'm gonna find out what the hell happened here.
Well, that worked out.
Michael, I'm not going back to Nevada. I brought the children to say goodbye to you.
It was between the brothers, Kay. I had nothing to do with it.
You will.
I don't want to hear about it.
Anthony,
I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. Over!
At this moment, I feel no love for you at all. I never thought that would ever happen. But it has.
Don't you know me? Don't you know that that's an impossibility, that that could never happen? That I'd use all my power to keep something like that from happening? Don't you know that? Okay. Now, in time, you'll feel differently.
I doubt it.
I'm gonna change. I'll change. I've learned that I have the strength to change.
It wasn't a miscarriage. It was an abortion. I didn't want your son, Michael. I wouldn't bring another one of your sons into this world. Not with this Sicilian thing that's been going on for 2,000 years. Oh!
You won't take my children!
You're my children.
Oh my gosh. What a scene. Oh my gosh. That was some dang fine acting right there. Wow. Is that guy who killed his family?
Chiamo Vito Corleone.
Vito Corleone. Ti pigliaste un nome di sto paese, ah? E tuo padre, come si chiama?
Il padre si chiama Antonio Andolini e questo è Petit.
Holy moly. Michael really did turn out just like his father. Oh, man.
Fredo's in the house with Mama. He asked for you, and Tom said you wouldn't see him.
That's right.
You were just being strong for all of us the way Papa was. And I forgive you. Can't you forgive Fredo?
If history's taught us anything, it says you can kill anyone.
Wow, what a line.
You were moving your family to Vegas? Thought you were gonna tell me that.
I turned them down. I mean, do I have to tell you about every offer that I turned down?
You're gonna come along with me in these things I have to do? Because if not, you can take your wife, your family, and your mistress.
See your style.
You didn't trust anyone after what Kay did.
And we was like the Roman Empire. The Corleone family was like the Roman Empire.
On a plot against the emperor failed. Plotters were always given a chance.
The little guys, they got knocked off, and all their estates went to the emperors, unless they went home and they killed themselves.
I'm afraid she's not gonna make it before he gets there. It does not get colder than that. It really does not. Wow. His wife, the mother of his children. Shuts the door in her face, just like the dude at the end of the last movie.
Anthony! He's here! We're going fishing! No! Michael wants to take him to Reno now!
Hey, Anthony. Listen, I'll catch one for you with a secret, huh? All right? Okay, go ahead.
I feel like Fredo could be a really good uncle, you know? Seems to be. Please tell me he's not going to do anything to Fredo. He said make sure nothing happens to him until his mother is gone. And this ominous music is making me a little nervous. Is that why he got Anthony off the boat?
Come on out, let's play some hearts.
Shoot. Oh. It's gonna be just like the baptism, isn't it? Yep. I knew that conversation they had was morbid. Not afraid. Michael, you devil. My gosh.
Come on, say hello to Carl. He's good looking, isn't he?
Yes.
Oh, that droopy thing over there, that's my brother Mike.
I didn't ask for deferment. I didn't want it.
What's wrong?
Come on, knock it off. Come on.
Come on, hey, come on, Sonny. Punk, son.
Or she'll call it a tree.
This moment right here. Wow. Oh my gosh. Guys. That last moment of his family all leaving the room to go say happy birthday, and then Michael's just sitting there alone. It just perfectly encapsulates his character. What's so heartbreaking about his arc is that it's like, with everything he did in the first one, it was like he did it for family, right? Like, family is the top priority. But really, the business became the priority for him. He just totally neglected Kay, totally neglected his kids. You know, like I said earlier, he was calling Connie out for that at the beginning of the movie, for only seeing her kids on the weekends. And then he does even worse than that. It's like he's never around to raise his kids. has no relationship with his wife. She's just totally on her own. And then when she finally takes matters into her own hands and she's like, this guy is bad news, and he didn't do what he said he would. You know, he told her the business will be clean in 5 years. It's been 7 or whatever she said. He had no intention of giving it up. I think once he got the power in his hands, he didn't want to let go of it. And it became everything to him. I mean, it used to be family was everything to him. He was motivated by that. And the first movie, like, he was wanting to avenge Sonny's death. And he loved his father. But in this one, it's like he's killing his own family. Because wasn't Frankie a relative? I'm pretty sure he was part of the Corleone family. At least distantly. I can't remember his relation, but I'm pretty sure he was. And then literally Michael just has his own brother Fredo killed, and he doesn't even have the, I don't know, the gall or whatever to do it himself. He just has some other guy do it. Like, he can't even look his own brother in the eye when he kills him. It's just so cold and detached. I thought it was such a heartwarming moment when he comes out there and hugs Fredo, and I thought, oh, he's gonna forgive him. Yay. No. No heartwarmingness here. Wow. It's just, you know, he loses everything because of the business he's in. And that hurts him, obviously, but it's like he didn't care enough to change. He kept saying, I'll change, but he never did. He didn't try to work things out with Kay. He's just like, nope, you're out of my life. He has no forgiveness. And it's like he always blames everyone but himself. Maybe deep down he blames himself, but he never apologizes. I'm trying to think if he ever apologized to anyone for anything. He never apologizes. It's always someone else's fault. And he just does what he wants, you know? It really is true. All the people that were telling me that the Godfather Part 1 and 2 they are their own unique individual films, but they feel like they're so much the same story. It's like 2 parts of the same whole, right? That's why it's called Part 2. You know, you can't see the full arc of the characters until you have both parts. And I know there's a Part 3. I know that one's a lot more controversial. And like with the way it's left here, it could be a complete story, but I can see how there would be could be a 3rd part to the story, because it is kind of sudden how it ends. And there's obviously more to it, like more years ahead of Michael Corleone. What does he do? Does he ever change? Does he ever change his ways? Does he ever try to mend things with his family? I mean, what he's done now, it's like, was Tom on board with this? Did Tom know about what he was planning for Fredo? You would think he would. And it's like, was Tom willing to go along with that? I don't know if he would be. I don't know. And did Tom stay because he wanted to, or did Tom stay because he felt like he had to? Like, if he tried to get out, would Michael kill him or kill his family, you know? It felt like an implied threat when Michael was like, yeah, I know about that offer you got. Are you going to take it? And Tom was like, no, I'm staying. And it's like, did he want to? Or was Michael being like, you know, you better stay or it ain't going to end well for you kind of thing? Yeah, just a really... I mean, it's 2 films with villains as the protagonist, really. And their enemies are also villains, like, because everyone is dirty in these films, like the politicians, the other 5 families in the first film, Roth, you know, all the other people are also villains. So you find yourself rooting for the lesser of 2 evils. But really it is a story about villains. and how you feel sympathy for them and root for them at times, even though they are terrible people, criminals. And you feel bad for the decent people like Kay who get caught up in the mix. But it's like, you know, she kind of knew, I think in part one, she kind of knew from the beginning who these people were. And, you know, Michael kind of pretended like, you know, I'm not like my family, I'm different. But it was, she knew before it was too late. She had time to get out. He went over to Italy. You know, she had time to just create that separation and have her own life. But then she got with him when he came back. And she should have known better than to get involved with that family, because once you get in, he was like, you know, you think you can leave? You think I'm going to let you leave? Like, it's total control freak. Like, I pull the strings. These are my kids, not our kids, my kids, and you're not going anywhere. Really heartbreaking. That was one of the most, there are some great argument scenes out there in cinema and TV. But that was one of the most gut-wrenching argument scenes I have ever seen in my life. That was amazing acting by both Diane Keaton and Al Pacino. When he was just standing there, like, I think he was bent over the back of a chair, just kind of like shaking, like it was like his eyes were bulging out of his head. I was like, whoa, like his rage is tangible here. And, you know, Kay really doesn't have a lot of screen time. She's always, even when she's in a lot of scenes, she's kind of off to the side, and it's almost like a representation of how her character is treated. Like, Michael is always pushing her to the side, into the background, and that's how she is in most of the shots. Like, she's not present in his life. He's just running this business, and the family is an afterthought. And then when she was in the forefront, and now what she did was terrible, but her standing up to him and telling him how she felt, like, man, Diane was powerful there. Her presence was powerful there. And it's like, you know, I'm not going to be pushed into the background anymore. You're going to hear how I feel, and I'm taking your kids. But obviously she did not succeed. It's all just really tragic and really heartbreaking. And it's like, right as I'm saying, but hey, Fredo could be a great uncle. You know, he really seemed to care about Anthony and wanted to spend time with him. And then, nope, that connection's been taken away as well. Again, just an amazing film, a very tragic and heartbreaking film, but really wonderfully made. And Robert De Niro, like, it's really hard to fill the shoes of Marlon Brando, right? To play the Godfather, the OG Godfather. But Robert De Niro did such a good job. He so disappeared into the character that I didn't even think about it as being a different actor, really. Like, even though I knew it was, he just disappeared into the role. He did the voice perfectly. All the mannerisms, he sold me immediately on his performance, and I never questioned, you know, his, like, ability playing Vito Corleone. He nailed it. It was really amazing seeing his backstory, how he came to America and how he became the Godfather, and how he helped people and pulled those strings and got people to owe him favors, and that's how he slowly, from the ground up, took over the town. Just, wow. Again, there's so much. I mean, a 3-hour and 20-minute film, I'm still processing, but it really does feel like I have a more complete picture now of who these characters are, because we did get to expound more on Kay and Fredo. You know, him also being tired of being pushed to the side and being considered as weak and stupid. He wanted to do something. He wanted to make a mark, but he just wasn't meant for that life and that business. He didn't have the mind for it. He didn't have the cruelty for it, the ruthlessness. Yeah, wow. I forgot to mention this at the start of the video, guys, but I was informed that yesterday, April 25th, I'm recording this on the 26th, April 25th was in fact Al Pacino's birthday. I had no idea. Someone told me this morning and I was like, how funny that I'm watching this movie today. Perfect timing. But it was his 82nd birthday yesterday, so wishing a very happy birthday to The Godfather. What a performance again from him. Like, I think he has possibly the hardest job in these films because his character is so... he's not emotionless. There is such a depth of emotion in him, but his face is always so stone cold and you're trying to figure out what he's thinking, and he has this just stare he gives people. Is, again, I said it in my first review, my first reaction to part 1. It's such an understated performance, and he's so quiet most of the time, and he plays it so cool, but then when he does explode, it like jars you. You're like, whoa, because he'll just explode out of nowhere, and he's so good at it. Fantastic job by him. I am so glad I got to watch this movie today. Again, I absolutely loved part 1. I loved part 2. You can't really separate them. I understand why so many people just, it's all one story, right? Absolutely fantastic film, again, by Francis Ford Coppola. Fantastic performances across the board. Again, I love Tom. Robert Duvall does such a fantastic job as well. Absolutely loved it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction, and I hope you will come back next week for Film Friday number 30. I can't believe it's going to be film number 30. I've been enjoying these Film Fridays so much, and again, I want to thank you guys. 9,000 subs. Let's keep going. Let's keep going to 10K. And if you want to see the full-length reaction to this movie, head on over to my Patreon, patreon.com/MadisonKTames, and check that out if you're interested. There's also other cool benefits. And if you just sign up for the $1 tier, you can vote for every movie that I watch for future Film Fridays. So be sure to check that out if you're interested. Thanks again, guys, for watching, and I'll see you next week.